everybody. How are you doing today? It's Jody back with another review for you. This is my newest member of my ukulele family. It is a KA-BFTE, which means it is the Bocote series, a tenor, and it's an electric tenor. So, little backstory on this guy. When I was first shopping for an ukulele, I wanted to laminate because I didn't want to worry about solid wood, but I wanted a nice quality laminate. And I played some at the store, and then one of my online friends told me about this series from KA, and so I played these at the store as well. And I had it narrowed down to the KA-BFT and the Bocote. I don't know if I'm saying these right. And they both have a really nice sound. And this one has a warmer, more mellow sound than the Bocote, I think. And I almost bought it, and then I didn't. And then I got sidetracked with some solid wood instruments, and I kind of got sidetracked for a while. Fast forward to a couple weeks ago, and I found this on the website Reverb, and Mim from GirlMeetsUke was selling it, and she is known for doing a fantastic setup on all her ukuleles. And the fact that it was electric, and I need an electric, I'll talk about that in a minute, and the fact that Mim was selling it, and I'd already played the series, not the tenor. I'd played the concert, but I knew it was a good instrument, a good, nice model. I went for it. So I've had it for about 2 weeks. I shouldn't be chewing gum, but anyway, I've had it for about 2 weeks, and I love it. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll tell you some of the specs, and I'll tell you personally why it's a perfect instrument for me. Okay, so like I said, this is a laminate instrument. It is a laminate. I want to call it a high quality laminate instrument because with at the electric model tenor, it was $343. So this is not like your entry level $50, $100 uke. It does, I consider it more intermediate. It's laminate, Bocote, B-O-C-O-T-E, and that is a dark wood from Mexico. It's got maple. Well, let me say one more thing about the Bocote. It varies greatly. The one at the store that I played that I really liked, I didn't buy it because I thought it was really ugly. And a lot of the ones I've seen, I don't care for. I mean, it varies greatly. Just Google Bocote and you will see everything. And I didn't trust buying one online because a lot of times they'll just use a stock photo and you don't actually know what it's going to look like when you get it. So that's another reason why I jumped on it when I saw Mim selling it, because she takes pictures of all of her stock, and the one you are buying is the one you see in the picture. And I like this one. I can't get enough of it, actually. I think it's really pretty. So I feel like I kind of lucked out with this wood grain because you can see such a variety. And, you know, everybody has different taste and opinions on what is beautiful. So this also has, let's see, a maple rope binding all along the front, which I think accents it very well. And then it's got a spruce binding in the back. It has a mahogany neck. Okay, it has a walnut fingerboard, which they used to be made with rosewood fingerboards, and rosewood is getting harder and harder to use because there's restrictions on it. And so it's getting more expensive, and there's problems when you try to import it into another country. So they switched on this model to walnut, which was lighter than this. And I didn't really care for that much. I thought it needed to be a little bit darker. So I actually stained my own fretboard. And I will post a link. I found a wood staining marker and I used that. Maybe I'll do a separate video on how I did that. But I'm very happy with the results. I think it looks better with the darker. You can see on here, that's the color it was originally, and then I stained this part. And the first time I change the strings, I will stain this part as well. Okay, so walnut, bridge, and fingerboard, which you can stain, and it works. Satin finish. Graph, tech, nut, and saddle, which I'm not even really sure what that means. I just know that's the material. Graph tech. Arched back. Okay, let me see. Yeah, you can see that arched back. Now that gives it a good projection. And also online, they say it results in a more focused, definitive bass repose. Okay. But I quite like the ukuleles with the arched back. I think they give it a nice projection and they sound really nice. Let's see. Is that all the specs? Okay, so then this one came with KA-BFT 300 TR active pickup, which is really cool because it's got a volume control and then a bass and a treble control, as you can see on there. And if you see, it also has a built-in tuner, which is really fun. So you can see how that works. Built-in tuner, fun. Okay, so that is all the specs. It's beautiful. Let's hear some more of the sound. It has a nice warm sound to it, and it's kind of got more of a mellow tone, so it's not punchy. At first I was thinking, oh, it's not very loud, but really it's more the mellowness of it, if that makes any sense. So it's got a nice sound, perfect intonation. I checked, I went all up and down the neck. Maybe I shouldn't say perfect, but very good intonation. And the setup, this is the easiest uke I own now to play because Mem did a great job. It is like effortless, especially when I plug it in. Sometimes I'm like, it just feels like this hand is floating. It's really nice. Now, I credit that to Mem more than to the Kala. But it just goes to show it's really important to get a nice setup. And I'm going to be working with some local luthiers to get all my ukuleles set up properly. Okay, so, I also had Mem put in some strap buttons and a low G. It comes with Aquila strings, and then I have a low G on there. Okay, so I really like this ukulele a lot, because of the sound, but also because it's a high quality laminate, and that suits my purposes very well because I needed an electric. I have one electric that's a soprano, and I've discovered I don't really like the sound of sopranos with pickups. It's a little shrill. But I wanted one because I enjoy performing, and I enjoy doing open mics. And most of the time when I'm doing that, it is for like at Ukulele World Congress or Ohio Ukulele Campout or some other outdoor event. And so I am still kind of nervous about solid wood instruments when you're camping. And this one will work perfectly. I won't have to worry about it. It sounds great, not plugged in. Let's see. Whoops. Fishman Loud Box Mini, which is for acoustic instruments, versus like an electric guitar. It's for acoustic electric. One thing I learned when you first plug it in, you have to press, it's not going to go through the amp. When you first plug it in, it activates the tuner. And when you're tuning it, it doesn't go through the amp, which is a nice little feature, which I probably should tune it because I noticed it wasn't completely in tune when I was demonstrating. Okay, so now I press the button to turn the tuner off. Ooh, and there it is on my amp. Hopefully you can hear that. I purposely didn't wear my microphone so you could hear it through the amp better. Isn't that cool? Fantastic over the amp. I really am excited about the sound, and I'm excited about being able to perform with this. This is going to be like my workhorse ukulele because I can take it anywhere. It's got a great sound. I can play it plugged in or acoustic. So I named it Edna because I was going to name it Ed, for those of you old enough to know the talking horse Ed, but she's too pretty, so it's Edna. But yeah, so I forgot to talk about the tuners. They're just regular geared tuners, nothing fancy, but they work. And also I forgot to show the headstock. This is the butterfly series, and it's got that cute little butterfly inlay below the KA logo. And also I forgot to mention they're not selling these, they're making these anymore. They're making the tenors, but not the tenor electrics. Which obviously you can always get a pickup installed in any ukulele. And they're also not making the sopranos. So they're just, as per KA's official website, they just have the concerts and the tenors. So that was like kind of another reason why once I saw it, I just felt like I had to get it. It had pretty wood grain. It was sold by a reputable online dealer. And it had the pickup that I needed and wanted. So I'm very happy with my purchase. Thank you for listening to me babble. All right, so there you have it. The KA-BFTE. I highly recommend it if you have a chance to grab one, or really any of the butterfly series, because I've also played the concert and it sounds fantastic, and I'm sure the soprano does too. So if you see that one, grab it because they're not making them anymore. So yeah, thanks.